So, day one of Reading Festival, I'm here with Misty Miller. How are you?
I'm okay.
You're not sure, are you?
No, I'm great. I'm fine. Yeah.
So how are you feeling on the run-up to this? Because it's quite a big deal, isn't it? It's quite a big festival.
I mean, it's nice because there's a lot of familiar faces. Like, even just backstage here, there's a lot of people I know, which is nice. I mean, the one thing about doing, like, smaller festivals is you don't really know anyone. But here it's, like, a sort of little family of, like, people. It's good. It's nice. I'm enjoying it.
And that relaxes you a bit, makes it less, like, work. I've got to do a good job.
Yeah, I mean, it's still work. I mean, as long as I'm playing, I don't really care. So, like, the only reason I really do this job is to play live. So if I'm having to do a couple of interviews after, it's not the end of the world.
Not ideal, but it's not the end of the world.
I mean, it just gets me repeating myself and accidentally swearing when they say, please don't swear. And I'm like, oh.
You can swear what you like on this one.
I got really told off just a minute ago. They're like, I told you not to swear. And I was like, sorry.
Which word did you go for?
Fuck, obviously.
Standard.
I'm one of those idiots that says fucking before everything. I'm like, oh, fucking da-da-da. You know?
My mum gets so cross about that sort of thing.
Luckily, my mum doesn't, but my interviewers do.
I'm quite just whatever comes out is fine. Okay, so what were you talking about that made you so fired up to use the F-word? Was it anything exciting?
Basically, they were saying, what band is that? Is that Weezer? Obviously, it's not really them. Anyway, sorry.
That would be good.
They were saying, what makes you want to do what you're doing or something like that? And I was like, because at the moment, if you think about female musicians, it's either very folky and kind of like Laura Marling, or like Florence and the Machine, like occasionally hitting a drum. And I don't know, I feel like, oh yeah, that was it. Why do you love the 70s era? And it's because in the end, you had like Patti Smith, you had Chrissie Hynde, you had Blondie, you had all these people that were basically like blokes. Why should there be a difference? It's just because obviously now we're super sexualized and whatever, and to be a fucking, I did it then. To be like a feminist means you're some like crazy girl. But I was just saying, like, why shouldn't I play electric guitar and play a couple songs and maybe sit with my legs open? Like, I don't know, I just find it, obviously, like nowadays it's very different, but it does rile me up because it shouldn't be different, it just is. But if we just change it, I mean, it's fine. Like, what's the problem with having a girl doing a certain thing? Obviously, when you're at the major label, it's difficult, and I've had to witness that. But I've tried my best to keep my integrity, to make sure I'm doing what I feel I should be doing. You know, my mum's very influential in that whole realm of things, and I'm not just going to bow down to something just because I'm in the industry, you know?
So you're still getting that all the time, that people are trying to mould you into what they want you to be?
It's like, I know people say, like, oh, it's so typical for feminine artists to be, like, you know, scrutinised, but it's true. It's just a thing. Not even feminine musicians or female artists, whether it's like a creative thing or music or acting, it's just the way it is. And guys as well. You know, it's just, I'm not thinking about it as like male or female, I'm just doing my thing. And I get a lot of people going, oh man, you act like a bloke. And I'm like, what does that even mean, you know, act like a bloke? So I guess that's one of the things that gets me a little bit riled up. But it's good to get riled up, you know. I'm not just going to sit here and be like, yeah, I'll wear that and I'll do that. But yeah, whatever. But at the same time, I'm not some, like, you know, mad feminist, because that can be just as detrimental as being non-feminist. I don't know. It's a balance.
I have this debate going on the whole time, because apparently I'm a bit like a lad as well in the way I act.
Lad, it's like, I guess people do go to guys though. You're acting like a girl, you're acting like a chick. It's like, well, what's wrong with that? Yeah. You know? What's wrong with acting like a girl? What's wrong with, like, it's like that whole thing, like throwing like a girl. What's wrong with that? You know, there's a big thing. I know there's not even music anymore, but who cares? Anyway, I'll talk about music now.
Well, it depends if my questions go that way. Have you had people like stylists that go, like, we want you to wear this, and you've had to go, oi?
I did, yeah,
no.
In the beginning. I mean, I've been signed for like 3 years now. Yeah. And obviously it was difficult for me because when I got signed, it was actually just as I was going through a transition. So it was harder for me because it added on a year to my whole career, basically. At the beginning, I had stylists and I had people saying stuff, but because I've been doing it since I was 15, I've learned by the age I was 17 not to just say yes. And so I'm lucky. I mean, a lot of people start at my age. I'm 20 now, just turned 20. But because I've had experience, I've learned to say no. And, you know, some people look at you like, what are you doing? But it's just like, just say no. It's so easy, you know, just say no.
People, like, misinterpret you being strong and having an opinion as being, like, difficult. And does that bother you, or just whatever? If it gets me where I need to be?
It doesn't bother me. I don't make it an issue. If you make something an issue, then it becomes an issue to other people. Yeah. If you don't make it an issue, like, I've had people act a certain way to me, but if you just sit there and don't take it, then it gives you more power. So, you know, just be a little bit strong. and you're alright, even if you don't feel it at the time. Go and cry somewhere else. Or cry there, I don't know. It's just, I know, it's all about finding a balance, man, because the industry it's difficult, but it's so worth it. Like, my dad's always said to me, you know, because he's a musician as well, like, you have to be mad to be a musician in this industry, because it's quite difficult, but it's so rewarding, it's worth it. So all these little things are just like anything you do in life, there'll be little bumps, in my opinion, like whether I'm a waitress or a musician. So
do you allow yourself to think what you would be doing if you weren't doing this, or does that not even come into the realm? You just would?
Could, because then I'd have a backup, but literally since I was a kid, this is all I've ever done. Like, I've never thought about it. Even when I was young, I was like, well, it doesn't matter what I do for A-levels because I'm not going to stay. And it's the truth. Like, I've always, like, it's a law of attraction. Like, I was like, yeah, well, I'm not going to stay at A-levels. And then I left when I was 16. So it's, I don't know. Because I was brought up in a musical family. It was just like, I never thought of anything else. So I didn't really let myself think about it. Because even if I did stop music professionally, and I kind of have sometimes, I carry on doing it on my own accord anyway, and then it turns into something professional. Because it's just my life. I think it would have to take a lot for me to give up music. Like a hell of a lot.
It's not going to happen, is it?
I don't think so. It's hard for it to happen if you live in a musical family and like all your friends are musicians and all your boyfriends have been musicians. It's just like music is everywhere.
You're just attracted to it in whatever situation.
And it attracts me as well.
Now, how are you when it comes to whittling down the songs you've written to make an album? Is that process a nightmare for you?
It's difficult, but for some reason it was, in my life it's been difficult finding like what songs represent me and da-da-da. But when it came down to the album, it was actually quite easy because I literally just did it by what songs do I play live? What songs carry it through from being a song to something I want to actually sing to people with my band? And so I just went for the songs that I want to play live, because also if I'm putting this album out, whether it goes well or not, if I'm touring it, it's going to have to be songs that I want to play. And so actually it was quite easy for me, you know, the past 1.5 years, 2 years, it's been me figuring out what songs are on this album. And you know, some of the songs are really new, some of the songs are really old, but it's been quite easy figuring out what is what I want to represent, which is a good thing, because it can be really hard, I think, finding what's the right stuff to put on your album, what's the right material, but I find it quite easy, so I feel quite lucky for that.
Now, when you're writing, do you find that you're more creative when you're going through turmoil, if you're in a bit of mood and things are bad, or when you're like, everything's great?
Definitely going through turmoil. I mean, I've always said I find it, when you're going through the transition of like either sad or depressed to like really happy or falling in love, the transition's really inspirational. And also the transition from being in love and in a great relationship to feeling depressed and losing it all is inspirational. Being either really happy or really depressed, I don't feel either of those are inspirational, because you're stuck somewhere. When you're going in the transition, for me that's what's inspirational, but it's a lot easier to come down than it is to come up. So when you're feeling happy, it's like, oh, I can feel something's going to come on, but when you're feeling depressed, it's like, shit, how am I going to get out of this? But I think it definitely helps, obviously, because wherever inspiration comes from, for me it comes from that transition. But that's what's dangerous, because then it's like you're always looking for ups and downs. But I guess that's what it's all about. I don't know. Sometimes you can just write something out of nowhere, but mostly it's from the ups and downs.
So I've no one here.
Oh, it's cool. I like it. We've got an extra. It's cool.
Extra dimension.
He's in my band. He's not.
He's not. I believed you. I didn't want to go, really?
Yeah, man, he's my look, yeah?
What do your band look like? Are they all like cool looking, like
gorgeous.
Young? Yeah?
No.
You're just saying that in case I see it.
Basically, today was the first day I had a new drummer and guitarist, because I had a bit of a band issue in the past couple of weeks. I was like, shit, I've got wedding coming up, who's going to play in my band? And then I met this guy outside of Brian Jonestown Massacre gig, and I was like, do you play guitar? He was like, yeah. And he had like bright, like turquoise hair, and I was like, you're in my band. Yeah, now it's like blue, indigo. He's colourblind, so he doesn't know what colour he's dyeing it, which I find really endearing. But and then I've got a drummer who I met through my ex-boyfriend, so it's all a little bit complicated.
It's kind of, you've done it yourself, just you.
I want you. Yeah,
it helps if they're attractive.
Like, yeah.
How are they with the nerves? Are you the one keeping them calm, or are they keeping you calm?
Fine. They're fine. I mean, my bass player Charlie, he's funny. He doesn't care about anything. He's just always in a good mood, which makes everyone else in a good mood, I think. Yeah, they're cool, man. I mean, I've never done a gig when we're all feeling like, oh my god, I'm so nervous. Because even if we are, everyone will hide it. I'll be the only one that'll be like, guys, I'm nervous, and they'll be like, Misty, it's fine. But usually it's alright. No one really gets nervous. Even if they do feel nervous, nerves are great because you can always get off on them. Like, if you just take nerves and enjoy them, then they're like the best tool for a good gig. When I'm not nervous, it's a shit gig.
So that's the key, you think, for you?
Some nerves, yeah. You've got to have something inside your being to go and play songs from your soul, and then nerves are the best thing. It's like the best drug for a performer, I think.
Are you someone that gets emotional when you play that song that was emotional to write, or
sometimes it's kind of sad when you're playing a song that was emotional to write, and then you're playing it and you don't feel anything. You're like, what? This was such a big thing for me. But when you get emotional, it's like, yeah, this is why I wrote the song. But I've had gigs where I don't feel emotional. I'm like, what is it? And it's just the day you're on, Sometimes you might just be on a bad day. But yeah, it's good to get emotional. It's nice, it's fun, and I think the audience like it. I know I do when I see someone I like get a little bit emotional.
Yeah, something like it makes you melt a little bit, doesn't it, when you see a man
cry. When you see a man cry, love it.
Right, are you ready to delve into my bum bag?
Yeah, man. Wow.
What an invitation. There's some questions in there, just some random ones.
This one feels super cool. Do I read it out to you?
I'm not answering any of these questions. You read them to yourself.
Myself, okay. If you could join another band, wow.
Ditch your existing bandmates.
Yeah. If I could join another band, can I go back in time?
Oh yeah.
Velvet Underground, definitely. Definitely.
Good choice.
I think I have Nico, John Cale, Lou Reed, the whole shebang.
Your eyes have gone all dreamy just now. You'd love it.
They're my favourite band by far. I mean, I'd probably be dead by now, but I'd definitely join that band.
Okay, that's a good one. Right, another one. I want you to get one of the really juicy ones. They're not actually juicy.
Real juice. The song you wish you'd written. I hate this.
Well, pick another one. If it's too hard, pick another one.
That one's too hard, sorry. That one I can never answer that.
It's like when someone said, what's your favourite film? Yeah. 2 minutes.
If you had to replace your frontman woman with another, that's myself. Okay. Oh no, I can do that. I can replace myself. Who would I replace myself with? Shit. Who would I replace myself with? That's amazing. I love that question. Well, obviously I go for Patti Smith, but she'd be too good. And I wouldn't want to...
Like, she's way better than Misty was.
Yeah, I'm going to one. Last one, I promise. Okay. If you had to appear on reality TV, which would you pick?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Big Brother?
Strictly. No, definitely Strictly. I want to learn how to dance. No, seriously, I do. When I was younger, I was a ballet dancer, but my feet don't point. I would definitely go on Strictly. Big Brother, no. X Factor, no. None of the others. Britain's Got Talent, no.
Who do you want to partner?
No Deal, maybe. Is that reality TV?
That's more a quiz, isn't it? Okay. But that would be good.
Okay, well, Strictly Come Dancing then.
Who would be your partner? Do you watch it enough to know the names of the dancers?
I actually do.
Yeah, me too. Sad, isn't it?
What's his name?
Anton de Beck?
No. What's the kind of short guy who has the little lisp? He talks like that.
Oh, the one that, yeah.
He danced with Rachel Stevens. But you know the one.
He's got an accent.
He's like the kind of, he's really short and he does like really great tango. Yeah, him.
I will put
if he's watching,
we love you.
I'll definitely dance with you.
Imagine if that happened.
That would be fucking awesome. I've always said to if I was little, I was like, no, I'd definitely go on Strictly Come Dancing.
I would love it.
Awesome, that's a good question.
Shall we end it there?
Have you done one? Can I give you one?
Yeah. Oh. I didn't prepare for anything.
I'm going to read it to you.
Right.
Who would you pick to soundtrack your life?
Oh man, Deftones.
Really? Nice one. Good. That was so quick.
I just love them. I love it.
There you go.
They're just usually the answer for anything music related.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Great, we did it.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Subscribe to Sophie's channel now.